Hey, welcome back to a very special music talk. We're going to be talking about Angie Stone and Dawn Robinson. Yes, we are. And it's kind of a special tribute to Miss Angie Stone um, because, obviously, as the black community and I guess the world who was a fan of her, who knew her music, she passed away March 1st. That was almost what now, like 3, 4 weeks ago now. About 3, 4 weeks ago, the beginning of March, and it might be yeah, it might be I think 5 weeks. I could be wrong. Anyway, but it's a little emotional because this is gonna be like my second video of me talking about someone who passes away. But of course, this is what I wanted to do. I'm going to talk about singers who are alive, who have passed on, and I've decided to make this a job to let people know my kind of taste in music. And again, I love all types of music. When it comes to, I love gospel, I love R&B, I love pop, I love jazz, I love you know, uh, pop rock. I love it all. Honestly, I love it all. Sorry about that, guys. Started yawning. I didn't want you guys seeing me yawn. I love it all. I love it all. And yeah, it just this is this music this series is very special to me because like as I said before, you get to see a side of Elijah that most people don't really see on a regular. If you happen to be a subscriber and you don't like know me personally, but you know my videos and you like watching my videos, this is a side of me where, I this is what I do. I listen to music and I study music and I constantly have music on my mind 24/7, honestly. So this is a side of Elijah that most people don't really get to know. But when I do talk about music, I'm very passionate about it. Besides me being a singer songwriter and have my own album out there in the world, which is wonderful, I just love music in general. I love music, you know. But we will definitely do a different video about me loving music. But this particular video is about Angie Stone and, like I said, and Dawn Robinson. So the second half I'm gonna be talking about Dawn Robinson. This particular first part is gonna be about Angie Stone and only Angie Stone. And then of course, as you guys know, I'm gonna insert some videos, some music videos of Angie Stone, and of course the later half of Dawn Robinson and some of In Vogue. You know? All right, what can I say about the legend herself, Angie Stone, who is now joined the Heavenly Choir with the greats up there? She was born December 18th. I believe she was a Capricorn, 1961. And she was only 63 years old when she passed away. That was March 1st of 2025, sadly. I'm not going to get into how she passed away because, that's why you have YouTube and that's why you have Instagram. They'll tell you the other half. This is going to be a tribute strictly just about her music. Granted, I did tell you the day she passed away, but I'm not going to tell you how she passed away. I'm pretty sure majority of you guys probably already have that information because I'm pretty sure you guys been watching her videos and stuff like that, watching videos of what people been saying and how. Anyway, but this woman has been in music for literally almost 50 years. 50 years. She came out in a group back in 1979 and let me find the group that she was in because I want to make sure I have I think the group was called The Sequence. Yes, the group was called The Sequence. Sequence. Sorry. It says that in the late 70s, when Stone was 16, she formed the rap trio The Sequence. A female hip hop act also consists of Cheryl, Pearl Cook, and Gwendolyn Blondie Chisholm. They were the second rap group signed to the Sugar Hill record after audition to manager Sylvia Robinson. basically what I'm getting from this particular this little intro of the sequence, they were they were supposed to be a big thing. They released 3 records, and the first one was released, I think, in 1979. Second and third one was released in like 81 and 82, I think it was, and then they obviously broke up after that. And then during that time, again during that time, Angie wasn't really like she wasn't like the group didn't really do much. Like they got paid, but it wasn't like a whole lot of money, you know. And so Angie kind of like by this point in time, Angie was probably like in her 20s because she was 16 when the group started, and by this point, by the mid 80s, she was in her 20s, and then she ended up getting married, and she ended up having her she had 2 kids. Her oldest daughter was born in 1984. She was married, and that marriage sadly, didn't work out, and divorce and stuff like that, and and she went through a lot of highs and lows, and just put it like this, like she ended up coming back in a big way with her music. All I'm gonna say is this: that she literally came out with her debut album. I want to say in 1999, and the song that I remember from that particular from that album was "No More Rain in this cloud. My sunshine has come, and I'm all cried out." You get the gist of it. And that song broke so many records for her, and then pretty much after that particular album did its thing, she won. I believe she won some Grammys, and then she went on to have even more greater success. And of course, around like the mid to late 2000s, 2010s, she was still dropping out records, but by this point in time, R&B kind of went on the back burner a little bit. Like, of course, R&B was still a thing, but pop, the pop girlies, the new girlies, the Ariana Grandes who could sing, the Christina. Well, she's been around. Christina, she was still doing her big one. All the new girls between 2008 and 2010 and onwards were making it big, and Angie kind of like got, I don't know how to put it, but her career was still going because she was still doing shows, she was still doing tours, and then like again, like I didn't, I became aware of her when she did R&B Divas in the 2010s, and also she was also on Fighting Temptations. So like I said, in the early 2000s, between 99 and 2000, like 2004 was like her most successful year because she was dropping albums, and then she auditioned for the Fighting Temptations, and she was in the movie Fighting Temptations, and she was singing her entire face off in that movie. And it just so between, like I said, 99 and 2003, 2004 was a very extreme successful year for her. She was, like I said, she was on tour, she was doing movies, and but of course, there is a slow peak when it comes to the music industry, where where you kind of have to just get come back to your senses and get yourself back on the right track and start focusing on your family. By this point in time, like I said, Angie Stone had 2 kids. Her second child came later in her life because she had her first child when she's in her 20s, and her second child was the product of her and D'Angelo. Now, if anyone knows D'Angelo, I definitely will be doing a music talk about him very soon. I can't wait for that one because I know you ladies want to hear and see the video that most women and most gay men know too, of him being all shirtless. And anyway, y'all get the gist of it. But her and D'Angelo had a son in 1998. She was 37 by that point in time. So, like I said, that's why I said the mid to late 2000s was a time where she was in her 40s. She had a 10, She had a 10-year-old child, a 20, just turned 20-something-year-old child around that time as well. And then she became a grandmother on top of it. Her oldest was like in her 20s when she had her first son, Angie's grandson. And, so that whole, her career, she chose to put her family first, as you should when it comes to the music industry. Your family should always come first, no matter what. And then obviously after that whole thing, then that's when the 2010s came around and she joined R&B Divas. And her career picked up, because she was, now she's on TV every other week. Granted, the show is about drama, obviously. It's a reality show, so it's about drama. But at the same time, it's like she was in the limelight at that point, But I don't want to spend too much time. I just want to just say that, her music will live on. Her music will be remembered as a joy. It was a breakthrough moment for her lyrics, which is breakthrough and beautiful and profound. At the end of the day, it's like, she really could sing. And she was a marvelous singer. And you really can't say nothing bad about Miss Angie Stone, who we will always miss and cherish her music and cherish her a well good life for the most part, even though how it ended. Like I said, I'm not going to say how it ended, but for the most part, I want to be uplifting, I want to be positive, and I want to just say that even though she spent 63 years on this earth, I want to say she did so much in her 63 years on this earth, and not many people can say that, so, but yeah, so I'm going to, obviously, you guys know the drill. I'm going to send you guys over so you guys can watch a couple of videos of her music. And then, like I said, we're going to be back, and then we're going to talk about Dawn Robinson. So I will see you guys in the following video. All right, I'll be right back. Peace and blessings. I'll see you later. I'll see you in a few seconds anyway. A few minutes. Bye. Enjoy.
No more rain in this cloud.
This one other. I want you to know that I'm here for you, only you. Got to search to satisfy.
Try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. 'Cause
you're mine.
Hey, welcome back. I told you guys I'll be right back. Hope you guys enjoyed the first half of Music Talk. Me talking about Angie Stone, and I hope I did you guys justice with the beautiful message that I did, that I was talking with about her life, and now it's been all over social media. This half of the video is gonna be talking about, like I said, Dawn Robinson, and many of you guys know her from In Vogue and Lucy Pearl, and I'm a big fan of hers. Obviously from Lucy Pearl, and of course In Vogue, and she's the one with the whoa 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 whoa. And My Love is Never Gonna Get It. Yes. Um. Okay, so Dawn Robinson, born November 24th, 1966. She is currently 58 years young. As you guys might know, if you've been on social media, if you've been on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you get your platform, wherever you get your videos from, she's sadly been living in her car, as she said, almost 3 years. Yes, yes, yes. And obviously, everybody's been talking about this. Everybody's been talking about her living in her car, and people are kind of curious, and like, of course, her fans. I'm one of her fans. I am one of her fans, but I'm gonna like kind of like tell you, because these are her words. I've been watching videos, and you know and I've been watching interviews that she did back in 2020 when she was living with her parents. Her words. Obviously, I got this information from her videos, from watching her videos and watching her interviews, and recently the video of her saying that she was homeless and living in her car, and how she was living, oh, sorry, and how is she, how she's, with the whole car life, van life, and I personally, personally, I don't think she's doing too hard. But of course, obviously, when you're in that moment, of course, you gotta look strong, because so you don't, let the world see you cry. And I like, from watching that video, what I got from that video was that she seemed very stressed, and very, like, she didn't know which way she was gonna go, and And my thing with Dawn is, I just want her to, because she is a global superstar. Like, you are a global superstar. Like, you was in Vogue, and In Vogue is still pumping out records, still on tour almost every couple of months. Um, my thing with Dawn is, it's not really I don't want to say issue, but it kind of is, but it's not really. But my thing with Dawn is, the reason why I feel like she doesn't want to go back to In Vogue, again, she feels like she's not going to get paid. And from what I've been doing in my research about her, um, she's very, how can I put it? She's very, like, she's a very complex person. Um, I believe she's a very nice person, but the fact of the matter is, like, we understand that you are an original member of In Vogue, and you want, you want to tour with them and make money with them, because obviously when you tour, that's when you make your money, But at the same time, it's like, you're not going to asked another member who's been in the group for almost 22 years, almost 22. It's gonna be 23 next year. And I understand, like, like you don't want to tour as a 5 piece because in her mindset the money's gonna be split 5 ways. And I'm like, well, that's how it once was before when it was just the four of you. It was split 4 ways. So you're gonna get your right amount, and the rest of the ladies gonna get their right amount as well. You know, and I personally feel like Dawn Robinson has an ego problem. And I know, if she does stumble upon this video, I'm not talking bad. It's just the truth, in my personal opinion. And I feel like she has an ego problem. And I feel like, like that's by you saying like, oh, kick Rona Bennett out the group so I could tour with my group. That's not how that works, because you're taking away somebody else's livelihood and taking away their way of paying their bills. This is Rona Bennett's livelihood as well. At one point in time, this was your livelihood too. And, and again, to kind of like bring up Terry Ellis in the mix, Terry Ellis said in an interview back in 2018 when they were doing like People magazine, and it kind of wasn't like, people in the comments would say, oh, she was throwing shade. I don't think she was throwing shade. I think she was just being realistic and real. And she was just saying like she really wasn't like calling Dawn out. She was just saying in general. She was like, when she got into the group, she had a job. She was working at a bank. So, she was putting money to the side and paying for studio time, and then when the time was right, she had enough money saved up, hopefully, and I'm pretty sure she did. And and also Maxine Jones, she was a hairstylist, so I'm pretty sure she had money saved up. And Cindy Heron, she was an actress, so I'm pretty sure she had money saved up. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, Dawn, it's like, you can't really say like, you, Cindy and Terry and Maxine were broke. How you was handling your money 25, 30 years ago, it's gonna really show. And I get it. Like, yes, I've seen Unsung, and I've heard all the stories about how a lot of famous people, they get money, and then somehow, some way, the money gets taken away because it was all about bad contracts. I understand that. I understand, like, it wouldn't be the first time that a group like En Vogue, TLC, had a bad contract. They were broke at one point. So, I'm pretty sure that they did sign a bad contract, but I'm pretty sure later on down the line, they were on top of getting their business right. So everybody can make some money, So, that's my only issue with Dawn. But besides that, like I said, she is a wonderful singer. And I'm not going to take away the fact that she's a wonderful singer. She released one solo album back in like 2002. She was in Lucy Pearl, which was a big thing in 2000, between 2000 and 2001. She was in a girl group, En Vogue, 3 albums in. I mean, like, I am not taking nothing away from this woman. This woman she is royalty. She may be living in her car, but I know for a fact, I say this with so much love, I know she's gonna find her way and get herself back into, the right spot, because I want to be about love and uplifting, and I'm not gonna try to. And again, like, about me, I was just saying the truth. I wasn't trying to belittle nobody. No, I'm not. I would never try to belittle these famous people that I look up to. That I enjoy listening to their music. And I honestly, I really do hope that when she does, when the time is right, I really do hope she does find herself, in a better predicament, a better situation, and hopefully she will come into some money, and she will get an apartment, and she will be able to live a very comfortable rest of her life, because she's still young. She's only 58 years young. She's still young. She was once married for almost 10 years. Well, not 10 years exactly, but they were married from 2003 to 2010. Her ex-husband and her, Dre Allen. But yeah, like, but of course, I'm gonna show you guys some clips of In Vogue, Lucy Pearl, and some of her solo stuff as well. But again, I just want to let you guys know that she just make sure you send the prayers to Dawn Robinson, and also like, and as I should have said it in in the first half of the video, send prayers to Angie Stone's family as well. We lift Angie Stone's family in a lot of prayer, and we lift up Dawn Robinson in a lot of prayer. We hope that she gets back on her feet, and we just send nothing but love. But you guys are gonna watch some videos of In Vogue, Lucy Pearl, and Dawn solo stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy this music talk. I will see you guys again next Thursday. Blessed be kind to yourself, and I will see you guys very soon. And I can't wait to see you guys again. All right, love you guys. Peace.
Clear my mind, cause envious. There's some things that don't change. Started rumors spread and lies about me. Tried to decompose my name. See the shady sisters, baby. Watch me, I got shady skin next to me. Try to get inside my head, see what I'm about. Thinking I'm an easy prey and taking down me out. But I tell them